Welcome to Firearms of America. Today, as you guys can see, I have another pair of Salomon boots for a review. And these are much requested. Finally, the new Salomon Outblast CSWP, which stands for ClimateSense Waterproof. Yes, winter boots from Salomon. Currently about $150 on Amazon. The link is in the description below. Definitely true to the size. Excellent level of comfort, excellent outsole. I really love everything about these boots. Really, that's it. If you don't watch, you don't want to watch the whole review, that's it. Just go and buy this because they are great in pretty much every way. But if you do want to check it out, to check out the review, let's get into it. As some of you already know, this review is specifically for my ultimate survival boots section. So this is not your typical average shoe review. Oh, great shoe, great shoe. No, this is actually a review specifically with the survival in mind. Think about it. If something bad happened, and 2020, I mean, it can give you a lot of idea of what bad can happen. In fact, 2021 can give you some idea of what bad can happen. All right. So, and if you were wearing these boots or you had them in the house and something bad happened, right? You had to leave the house, walk, run, fight on the way, climb, do whatever is necessary for your survival. Would these be good to survive in? And how do we make the judgment? We make the judgment based on 8 different criteria. Let the review begin. Criteria number 1. Comfort level, of course. And in order to test the comfort level of all the boots, all the shoes, all the trail running shoes, hiking boots, hiking shoes, military boots, tactical, everything, I do a 3-mile run and then a 5-mile walk without stopping, no pauses in between. Total wear time is 7 to 8 hours, and I wear the boots obviously after I'm done with everything. I can continue wearing them for the rest of the day just to make sure they don't become, all of a sudden, in 3 hours, they become uncomfortable. You never know. It might happen, right? So, very comfortable boot. I absolutely love the comfort level of this boot. There are a few different factors that contribute to the comfort level. First of all, of course, would be the weight. Now, this is size 10, and it is 14.9, under 15 ounce, which is unbelievably good considering that this is a full-size boot, that this is an insulated boot, that this boot offers you decent amount of protection. Unbelievably great weight. I'm not sure how Salomon did it, but they did it. And they are waterproof too. Amazing. And to give you kind of a little bit of a reference point whenever it comes to numbers, if you want something to wear that is not going to slow you down, it's not going to make you fatigued because of the weight on your feet, it's going to feel light and obviously contribute to the comfort level, you want something under 20 ounce. And these are well under 20 ounce, 14.9. They're under 15 ounce. Impressive. Great job, Salomon. There are a few other factors that contribute to the comfort level. Another one would be the flexibility of the bottom sole, which is very important, especially whenever you are running, because you want to be able to run properly. And can you imagine in a full-size boot, this, you can actually run properly without any problems. Wow. Great job, Salomon. So whenever I say run properly, you basically are running, not putting too much stress on your heels so that it doesn't transfer to the ankles and the knees. Keep that in mind. Pretty good job, Salomon, there. Now, there's another comfort thing that contributes to the comfort level, of course, is the inner sole. And the inner sole here is the one that comes with a nice winter sock liner, as you can see, which is that fleece material. Is very soft to the touch. It offers a little bit of that firm jelliness, so it definitely feels good and it has some shape going to it, so kind of keep your heel in place. Very good one. But besides this, you also do have some soft material on the very bottom, even when you remove the inner sole. So that also helps with the comfort. All right. There's another very important factor that contributes a lot to the comfort level. Is, of course, the fleece insulation here on this to keep your feet warm, which honestly I don't mind. sometimes you will find that one works better than the other, and it's really hard to say which one will fit you better, because at the end of the day there's too many factors that are involved, right? There's temperature, there is the humidity, there's the socks that you're wearing. Keep that in mind. But what it does, what we know about this fleece for sure, is that it does add a lot to the comfort level. You have everything lined with it. The tongue is very, very soft. You can literally wear these boots without the socks and they will be extremely comfortable. Everything here is very soft. The bottom, even when you remove the inner sole, is very soft. And of course, your toe box is very nice and soft. I absolutely love the comfort level of these boots. Again, great job, Salomon. And to kind of give you, this is a 3M Thinsulate, 200 grams worth of insulation. So keep that in mind. So it does feel like fleece, but it is actually 200 grams of insulation there. So done with the comfort level. Overall, I would give it a very, very solid 10 out of 10 for the comfort level here in this boot. Let's move on to the criteria number 2, proofing and protection. Like I said, they are CSWP, which stands for Climate Sense Waterproof. This is Salomon's own waterproofing technology, not as fancy as Gore-Tex, but at the same time, way, way cheaper than Gore-Tex. So if you want to save money, they do have different models, Salomon boots, same boots, different same model of the boot with both GTX waterproofing and CSWP waterproofing. So if you want to save money, look for the CS waterproofing. But I really never noticed the difference between the CSWP and Gore-Tex. They both been pretty good to me. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the protection. You do have some reinforcement, not a lot. Not a lot. The toe is very, very soft. Keep that in mind. It's not going to protect you from any kind of impact. Keep that in mind. But you do have a little bit to make it more durable. You do, of course, have very nicely padded ankles, so your ankles are protected. You do have your heel reinforced nicely, and of course, the outsole is a very nice, tough Contagrip rubber that Salomon uses on all of their boots, which I never had any kind of problems with. But we will talk about the outsole later. Let's move on to the criteria number 3, quality of the design features. Like I said, these boots, they are a newer Salomon model, so there are not a lot of Amazon reviews on them yet. The link is for the Amazon, by the way, in the description below. Check it out. Currently, there are over 70 reviews, and not almost 5 stars, actually 5 stars. So people do like these boots a lot, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more reviews coming on Amazon, because these boots are great pretty much in every single way. Honestly, quality wise, Salomon, they never let me down. They know what they're doing whenever it comes to hiking boots, whenever it comes to outdoor stuff, so I definitely trust the brand. Whenever it comes to the design features, usually here I talk about the lacing system. As you can see, lacing system here is very basic. There's nothing to it. There are 4 fabric closed hooks, right, to save on weight. The lace itself is just regular flat strings, nothing crazy over here. You do have 2 pairs of metal open hooks, which is more designed specifically for hiking, definitely helpful for hiking. But surprisingly, this lacing system works very good. Very easy to put these boots on and take them off. They tighten very proportionally whenever you tighten them. So again, great job there, Salomon. You guys did it again. Let's move on to the criteria number 4 now. Outsole traction and stability. Now, whenever I do my run and the walk for, to test the comfort, I do them on the variety of different surfaces. I start with older asphalt, I go to the newer tarmac, and then I go into the sand, dry sand, wet sand, and then I go into the rocky road, and then wet grass, dry grass, some trail surface, and I finish up on some marble and tile, right? This outsole is phenomenal. It performs great on literally everything. Literally anything you throw at it, it performs unbelievably great. Because of great balance of aggression and flatness, there is nothing stupid, complicated design going here, so the rocks are not going to get stuck anywhere. The sand is not going to get stuck anywhere. Excellent job there, Salomon. Great job. Let's move on to the criteria number 5 now. Temperature. Now, whenever it comes to the temperature, the coldest that I tested these boots in was about 30 degrees. So really, it's not that cold. Unfortunately, whenever I was traveling up north, that's the coldest that it got. So I didn't really have much opportunity to test. But 200 grams of insulation, this isn't really a lot. If you're looking something a little bit more serious, right? You probably should be looking at around 400 grams of insulation if you want it to kind of handle. But at the same time, like I said, there are a lot of factors that are involved there. Like, for example, if you implement insulated socks, that right there improves your temperature rating by a whole lot, right? So keep that in mind. It's really kind of like something to play around with. Overall, I would definitely pick this pretty much over anything, over any kind of winter boots out there, because they're so light, because they're, I mean, great boot, unbelievable comfort, just everything's good about them. So really, again, it comes down to the personal preference. Of course, in the hotter temperatures, I would not recommend having these boots as your everyday boots. You can have them in the hot temperatures for, some kind of emergency if you're planning to travel somewhere colder. But on a daily basis, this is definitely going to be hot because they are insulated. Let's move on to the criteria number 6 now, the sizing. They are definitely true to the size, as I've said in the very beginning, right? Definitely true to the size. I always recommend getting half a size bigger whenever it comes to boots, because you want a little bit of that extra space. It's just a good advice that I got from my good friend who does hiking pretty much full time, very experienced with it. He gave me that advice, and it saves unnecessary fatigue. Although here, even if you probably get these ones your perfect size, probably not gonna get that much fatigue anyway, because it is so comfortable, it is so soft on the inside. So Salomon did a great job. But let's move on to the criteria number 7 now, balance of application. So if these really were your ultimate survival boots, right? Something bad happened and now you are surviving in these boots, would they be good for survival? Honestly, I think if my personal survival situation was involved anywhere in the cold climate, I wish I had these boots. Really, in these boots, the only minor thing that I would personally change is I would have this harder Contagrip rubber go all the way up like this, and I know it would add a little bit to the weight, not a lot, just a little bit, but it would make a very, very sufficient amount of protection on the toe box, which is very helpful, especially whenever you're traveling through rocky area, right, where there's a potential for a rock to fall on your toe. So that's really it. Everything else is absolutely great about this boot, and that brings me to the very last criterion. Here is the price. The price is currently almost $150 on Amazon. Again, the link is in the description below. I think $150 is an excellent price for everything these boots have to offer, but keep in mind, usually whenever Salomon releases their newer line of boots, they are typically on the expensive side, and as the time passes, they drop in price, and you should expect these one dropping probably $30 to $40 less in the next, I don't know, 6 months to a year. We'll see about my projection there, but don't take my word for it. But this is what I've seen before with Salomon boots. Not that they lose value or anything, but it's just, new stuff comes out, it's more expensive, and then it gets cheaper, and then another new stuff comes out, and then the one that was already released becomes cheaper. That's usually how it is. So keep that in mind. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think about these boots. Would you consider them as your main winter boots? Would you consider them as your ultimate survival boots? What do you guys think about this review in general? You have any suggestions? You have any review requests? Drop them in the comments below. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This was Firearms of America. I'll see you guys in the next video.